What if the shadows of prophecy, cast centuries ago, have begun to stir beneath the weight of a new dawn? What if the election of a pope, heralded by white smoke and ancient rites, carries within it a tremor of fate that no one dares to name? Imagine, for a moment, that the words of a seer, etched in cryptic quatrains and whispered through the ages, hold the key to a truth so unsettling it could unravel the very fabric of belief. Nostradamus, the master of veiled omens, saw beyond the veil of time, and his visions of a pontiff yet to come burn with warnings that cling to the soul like ash. Are you ready to peer into the abyss of his foresight, where every verse is a riddle, and every riddle a reckoning? The world celebrates a new shepherd, a figure cloaked in sanctity, chosen to guide billions through turbulent tides. But what if this choice, bathed in light, conceals a darkness foretold? Nostradamus spoke of a leader who would rise when the stars align in discord, a man whose reign would spark flames of upheaval or salvation. His words, like serpents, coil around the heart, refusing to release their grip. They do not comfort, they provoke. They do not clarify, they obscure. Yet within their mystery lies a pulse of urgency, a call to question what seems certain. Have we crowned a savior, or have we unwittingly set a prophecy in motion? Consider this. The prophecies of Nostradamus are not mere predictions. They are mirrors reflecting the hidden currents of human destiny. He saw a pontiff whose name would echo through celestial signs, whose steps would tread a path of trial and transformation. But what does this mean for us, standing at the edge of history? The seer's quatrains speak of a world trembling under the weight of divine judgment, of skies weeping and rivers rising. They whisper of a leader whose faith is tested by forces unseen, whose legacy might fracture or forge the future. Can you feel the weight of these words, pressing against the certainty you hold dear? Every verse Nostradamus penned was a thread in a tapestry of chaos and clarity, woven with symbols that defy easy answers. A pope, he warned, would emerge in a time of fractured unity, when the Church's pillars groan under the strain of doubt. This is not a tale of distant tomorrows. It is a shadow cast upon today. The questions he leaves us are not gentle. They claw at the mind, demanding attention. What secrets does this new pope carry in his heart? What trials await a world that trusts in his guidance? The answers lie not in the stars, but in the courage to follow the seer's cryptic map, step by perilous step. Step closer then, but beware. To hear Nostradamus is to invite unrest into your soul. His prophecies are not a destination. They are a journey through a labyrinth of meaning, where each turn reveals a glimpse of truth and a shadow of doubt. This video will unravel the most terrifying visions of a pontiff's reign, tracing the threads of fate that bind past, present, and future. But know this: to walk this path is to confront questions that may never fully resolve. Will you dare to linger, to seek the hidden fire within his words? The choice is yours, but the clock of prophecy ticks ever forward, and the truth waits for no one. Have you ever felt a shadow pass over your heart, unbidden, as if the world itself whispered a secret you weren't meant to hear? Nostradamus, the seer whose quatrains pierce the veil of centuries, saw a pope rise in a time of trembling skies, a figure cloaked in white yet trailed by omens of fire. His words are not gentle. They claw at the edges of certainty, unraveling the threads of what you thought you knew. What if this new pontiff, chosen amid cheers and sacred smoke, carries a destiny that could shatter or sanctify the world? The question lingers, heavy as a storm cloud, daring you to look closer, to feel the weight of a prophecy that refuses to be ignored. The stars, Nostradamus wrote, would weep when this shepherd took his throne, their tears a silent warning of trials yet to unfold. But what does it mean to stand at the precipice of such a vision? You, who watch from the safety of your screen, have you not felt the world's pulse quicken, its rhythm faltering under the strain of unseen forces? The seer's verses speak of a leader whose faith is a fragile flame, flickering against winds of doubt and division. They do not promise salvation. They demand you question it. Can a single man, mortal and flawed, bear the weight of a prophecy that binds heaven to earth? Consider the silence beneath the Vatican's splendor, the unspoken fears that echo in its ancient halls. Nostradamus saw a pontiff whose name would stir the heavens, whose reign would mark a turning point in the tapestry of fate. But fate is not a straight path. It twists, it deceives, it tests. You know this, don't you? The moments in your own life when certainty crumbled, when the ground beneath you shifted without warning. The seer's words are a mirror, reflecting your own unspoken doubts about trust, about power, about the fragile balance between chaos and control. What if this Pope's story is not just his, but yours? The prophecies are not cold predictions. They are alive, pulsing with the raw ache of human longing and fear. Nostradamus wove his visions with symbols that burn: rivers rising, skies darkening, a shepherd standing alone against a tide of judgment. These are not distant tales. They are the undercurrent of now, the questions you carry in the quiet of your soul. What does it mean to lead when the world fractures? What does it mean to believe when the stars themselves seem to falter? The seer does not answer. He beckons, urging you to step into the labyrinth of his words, where every verse is a door and every door a risk. And yet, to follow Nostradamus is to walk a razor's edge between awe and dread. His quatrains do not soothe. They unsettle, stirring memories of moments when you, too, faced the unknown. The election of this pope, celebrated by millions, hides a shadow that only the seer's eyes could trace. What secrets does this man carry, etched in the lines of his face, buried in the choices he must make? The prophecy is not a verdict. It is a challenge, a call to see beyond the surface, to feel the tremor of truth beneath the noise. Will you linger, or will you turn away from the fire of his words? The air grows heavier now, as if the weight of centuries presses against your chest. Nostradamus saw this moment, not in vague dreams, but in visions so vivid they sear the soul. A pope, he warned, would rise when the church's foundations groan, when faith itself becomes a battleground. But what is faith, if not the courage to face the dark without flinching? You've known darkness, haven't you? The quiet nights when doubt whispered louder than hope, when the world felt too vast, too broken. The seer's prophecies are not for the faint. They are for those who dare to question, to feel the pulse of destiny in their veins. His words twist like vines, entangling the heart with images of upheaval. A pontiff tested by forces beyond mortal sight. A world caught in the throes of transformation. Nostradamus does not offer comfort. He offers clarity, sharp and unyielding as a blade. What if this Pope's reign is the spark that ignites a reckoning? What if the choices he makes ripple beyond the Vatican, touching the fragile hopes you hold? The seer's quatrains are a map, but not one that leads to safety. They lead to truth, raw and unrelenting, demanding you confront the shadows within and without. Feel the tension now, the pull of questions that refuse to be silenced. Nostradamus saw a leader whose legacy would be written in both light and ash, a man whose steps would echo through the ages. But legacies are not born in isolation. They are shaped by the eyes that watch, the hearts that judge. You are part of this story, whether you choose to see it or not. The seer's words stir something ancient in you, a memory of resilience, of the times you rose when all seemed lost. What does it mean to witness a prophecy unfolding, to stand at the edge of history's turning? The visions of Nostradamus are not chains, they are keys, unlocking doors to revelations you might fear to face. This pope, this moment, this trembling world, they are all threads in a tapestry vast and unknowable. Yet within that vastness lies a spark of recognition, a truth that feels both foreign and familiar. The seer's quatrains speak of trials, but also of transformation, of a world remade through struggle and sacrifice. Have you not felt this too, in the quiet battles of your own life? The prophecy is not just about a pope, it is about the courage to see, to feel, to endure. And so, the journey deepens, the spiral tightens. Nostradamus's words are a current, pulling you toward a truth that is both terrifying and illuminating. This pontiff, cloaked in sanctity, stands at a crossroads of fate, his every choice a stone cast into the river of time. But you, too, stand at a crossroads, caught between the comfort of ignorance and the fire of awareness. The seer does not promise answers. He promises a path, one that demands your presence, your courage, your heart. Will you follow, or will the weight of his visions hold you back? As the echoes of Nostradamus' quatrains fade into the quiet, what remains is not an answer, but a pulse, a tremor of truth that lingers in the spaces between your thoughts. The Pope, this shepherd cloaked in prophecy, stands not alone, but as a mirror, reflecting the fragile dance of hope and fear that lives in us all. His journey, foretold in cryptic verses, is not just a tale of stars and trials, it is a whisper of the choices that shape destinies, yours and mine. Have you felt it, this subtle shift within, as if a veil has lifted, revealing a world both vast and intimate? The seer's words do not close a chapter. They carve a path, one that winds through the shadows of doubt toward a light you must name for yourself. The symbols of his visions, rivers rising, skies weeping, a pontiff tested, dissolve now into something deeper, something that feels like memory. You have walked this path before, haven't you? In the moments when life demanded courage, when the weight of the unknown pressed against your heart. Nostradamus does not offer certainty. He offers recognition, a spark that illuminates the resilience buried within you. This pope, this prophecy, this trembling world, they are not distant. They are the questions you carry, the battles you fight in silence, the dreams that stir when the night is still. What will you do with the fire his words have kindled? And yet, to stand at this crossroads is to feel the ache of possibility. The seer's quatrains are not chains but wings, lifting you toward a truth that is both terrifying and tender. The pontiff's reign, whether it brings upheaval or healing, is a thread in the tapestry of time, woven with your own. You are not a bystander. You are a witness, a keeper of stories, a seeker of meaning. The prophecy is not a verdict. It is an invitation to see beyond the surface, to embrace the mystery that binds us to each other and to the stars. Can you hear it? The soft hum of destiny, calling you to rise, to question, to become. In the silence that follows, a single truth burns bright. To live is to choose, even when the path is shadowed. Nostradamus's visions are a reminder that every step, every doubt, every hope shapes the world anew. This is the spark he leaves you, a flame that does not consume but transforms, urging you to carry it forward. Hold it close, this quiet revelation, and let it guide you through the noise of the everyday. The seer's voice, ancient yet alive, whispers one final truth. The future is not written. It is woven by those brave enough to see. So, linger here a moment longer. Let this truth settle into your bones, then let it move you. If these words have stirred something within, if they've awakened a question or a memory, share this journey with others. Like this video, leave a comment with the thoughts that burn brightest. Share it with those who seek as you do, and subscribe to walk this path with us again. Not because you must, but because you feel it. The call to be part of something greater, to weave your thread into the tapestry of time.